Ladies, today I'm really excited because we are here with Cantu, and Cantu needs no introduction. You know it, I know it, our mums know it, we all know it. But what we don't really see so often is the faces behind Cantu, the team that worked so hard to get it to us. And so today I'm so excited because I'm here with Cynthia. So I don't need to introduce you. Tell us, Cynthia, who are you?
Well, thank you so much for coming to our offices. My name is Cynthia Mtede, and I'm the marketing manager for Cantu. Been on the brand for 4 years, 4 amazing years. Loved every minute, and I do everything that you see for Cantu, from the comm side of things to PR to all the events, attending beauty beats, for example, and working with all the innovation, the amazing products that come to you on shelf. So I'm the one behind the brand with a massive team behind me.
What I think is so exciting about being here today is that I so often see the products, use the products, you're at Beauty Beat, but I just don't think that we regularly see the face or faces behind Cantu. So this is really exciting, and we're going to get into it. I've got like a limited amount of time with you. I know what your diary is like, but we're going to get into it. I'm going to grill you.
Bring it on.
Tell me about the new Ultra Moisture range from Cantu. I've tried it, but in your own words, tell me.
It's been a passion of love, let's put it that way. Lots of time and research and years have gone into the range. So as we all know, textured hair, you need a lot of moisture. So that's how this range came about.
Yes.
And it's not just the moisture that we were looking at, it's also the key ingredients that we're looking at. So batana oil, and Jamaican black castor oil. Batana oil.
2 faves.
Two of your favorites.
Yeah.
So batana oil, other than just being a trend, it's actually a very nutrient-rich ingredient. So it's very good at hydrating and retaining moisture. Jamaican black castor oil, it's a family favorite. Everybody knows it and it's loved. But not just because people love it, but because it's actually a very good ingredient.
Yes.
So it's very good for maintaining the strands, making sure that they're strengthened, and it also locks in all that moisture that you've added in. So those 2 powerhouse ingredients are the key ingredients that we've got in this nice range of five SKUs. So we've got a shampoo, and then we've got a treatment mask that you would need to use. And then you've got a leave-in conditioning cream, and then you've got a curl cream when you do your styling, and then you seal in all of that moisture with an oil.
And just to say that obviously, products like this aren't made overnight. So as you mentioned, batana currently is, it's a hot ingredient, and but you would have known that and been thinking about that years ago. So you really were on the money.
Yeah, so I would say batana oil became on our radar back in end of 2023. So that's how far back we've been talking about and thinking about this line. Yes. So there's a lot of time and effort that goes into it. So we looked at the research, looked at the ingredients, got to understand all of that. But also the most important thing is talking to our consumers. So talking to you guys, understanding what are your pain points, what are the things that you mostly want to see in a range, moisture being one of them.
Yeah.
So looking at that, combining all those ingredients, and then once you formulate and you've got your key products, there's also the clinical trials that goes behind it. So we just didn't want to bring products that didn't work. So other than us testing it, myself testing it, the team testing it in the textured hair community, there's also the science behind it, working with our chemists and working with...
So you did clinical trials
We did clinical trials for the range.
Okay.
So all the claims that you see on the pack, they've all been tested. So
scientific
testing. So
we
that's
love that.
key. That's
we
very
that.
key. Scientific testing, clinical trials. There's a lot of science that goes into
science.
And a lot of science. And we work quite closely with our chemists and our formulators and our manufacturers to get to the range that you see today. So again, lots of variations. I think we probably went through 10, 11 different variations.
So just for, you talk and you know what you're talking about. This is your world. But for myself and the ladies, we go into a particular, we buy a product. But what you're saying is that this, the Ultra Moisture range, as we purchase it now, this is like version 10.
Yeah, version 10. For some of it, and it varies. For the oil, it's version 5 probably. The leave-in, I think we're version 15. So all of it depends on where we have to be satisfied with what we're doing. So we try it on our own hair to make sure that it's delivering what we set out to deliver.
And even at that point, when you have a product and, in your mind it's ready because you're now trying it on your hair, you will still send it back for improvements
Of
or
course, yeah.
more testing?
So we send it back until we are absolutely satisfied.
Okay.
So it's not one of these, we're just bringing something to put on a shelf just for the sake of bringing it. No. We have to go through the proper testing, the proper clinical testing, and we as the team have to be satisfied with what we're putting out on shelf. So we're not going to cut corners. We're going to make sure that it's perfect.
I love that. I love that for you. I love that for the community. And most of all, I love it for our strands.
Of course. Of course, always thinking of our strands. They've got to be nourished and moisturized.
My favorite, for me, I love a leave-in. So the leave-in, it was just controversially, I wet and redo my hair every day. And so this was great because it just like the moisture, I just found like by the end of the day, my curls still felt like they actually perhaps didn't even need the next day refresh. So, but anyway, that's my feelings.
I'm glad you've picked the leave-in actually, because that's one of our products that we focused on so much on, and because it's got hyaluronic acid in it. So everybody loves hyaluronic acid. You all understand what it does for the face, but it also works for the hair as well. So it's very good at retaining moisture and hydration for the hair.
Makes sense because, I do love a hyaluronic for my face. So, continuation to the strands, it does make sense. Cantu, it's been in our households, in our bathrooms for years, for generations. My mum is just, to this day, no matter what I bring home, she is a hardcore Cantu woman. How do you do that as a brand? How do you sort of foster such success continuously across generations for so many years?
And the key is trying to listen to our consumers all the time, always listening. We do see all the comments, and when we attend all the events, we'd like to speak to them directly. So we take that feedback on board and we try our best to deliver to make sure that they're satisfied. And that's how we've managed to be as successful as we are, not just here but globally as a brand as well. So
just always having your community and your consumers at the heart of the brand is kind of what
that's the key. They're at the heart of everything that we decide, or the decisions that we make. The consumers are at the heart of everything. How
would you say that your relationship, the relationship between us and Cantu, has changed over those years? And what do you think, how has it changed? How has it evolved?
So Cantu has been around for a number of years now, almost 20 years, and it's one of the first brands that centered everything around textured hair. So we've not veered away from that, and we've remained true to that. Even though the landscape has changed, we're very thankful for the trust that our consumers have put into us. And we have always tried to listen to all the feedback that we get, and that has led us to launching Ultra Moisture.
So it's about the trust, and you feel that sort of the trust is generated from you trying to listen, trying to improve and evolve, and hopefully that is, obviously led to Ultra Moisture. And you've said already that, Ultra Moisture, the range was sent back and back until the science and that user experience was right.
Perfect. Yes.
So that's really interesting, because I think that's not always common.
No, it's not always common. But like I said, we had to trial so many times until we got it right, and we were happy to wait until we got the perfect formulation.
Which Cantu product do you feel is most misunderstood, and more importantly, how should it really be used?
So this is one of my favorite products for when I do a wash and go. And it's the Define and Shine Custard. It's very great for, when you're defining your curls, but lots of people don't use it right. So so one of the things that I would say is you need to use it straight after you've washed and shampooed your hair, right? When you're still in the shower and your hair is dripping wet.
But conditioner.
So you can wash your hair. Put a conditioner, wash that out, and then straight after, then you put the Define and Shine Custard. But what most people do is they put a leave-in, put oil, and then put the Define and Shine Custard. But then what happens? It flakes.
I see.
Right. So the trick is your hair needs to be dripping wet. Ideally, do it in the shower or in the tub, wherever you've washed your hair, but the hair needs to be dripping wet, not damp, but dripping wet. Dripping wet is the key. No other products. And then once you've finished with that, then to soften it, you can then add oil, but a little bit of oil. Don't drench it in too much oil. Or you can use a cream if you want that added hydration or moisturization. Just a little bit. That's all you do it. Don't do it the other way around.
So you heard it here. These are the rules. This is how we use the curling custard. Okay, because I have been doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
So
I did it wrong all too.
Okay. Is there anything about Cantu that you wish we all knew?
The one thing that I would like to say is it's not a faceless brand. There's me.
Yes.
And there's a whole team behind the brand that
Yes.
also look like me. So it's not a faceless brand. We love the brand. We're all passionate about what we do. We love everything that we do. And again, like we've talked about, our community is at the heart of everything that we do.
Yeah, interesting, because yes, you know, you're around the world, you see Cantu, and you don't really think about the people behind it. You just think of it as like this huge, you know, global brand. And yes, it is easy to forget that, you know, there are real humans.
Real humans.
Yeah. When a product range like Ultra Moisture is created, how does that come to be? You know, we've touched on it a little bit, but obviously I'm a novice. I know nothing about product development, as many of our ladies don't either. It's not really our world. But so how does it work? Do you just wake up one morning and be like, I want more moisture in my strands, and then here we are? You know, what is the process? Like, tell us, like, you know, we're complete novices, which I am. How does it come to be?
So it goes back to what we were talking about, that everything that we do and the decisions that we make, including innovation, is always centered at the heart of our community. So a lot of the research and focus group, we had some ladies coming over, asking them exactly what is their pain point. And it became very clear that moisture, lack of moisture, was the key thing. So hence Ultra Moisture. So that's how we come up with all of that. And it's also looking at the trends and the market and how it's going and what are the key things that are lacking in our portfolio. That comes up with the range that we've got. But then it comes down to looking at the ingredients. You then look at the ingredients, key ingredients, that what is good for moisture, hydration. You have a whole host of and a list of ingredients that you go. So you always start with probably 20 ingredients.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And then you go through the science of it. You look at the science, which one is going to work for textured hair. So sometimes you've got trending ingredients. So sea salt was a trending ingredient, but that's a big no-no for textured hair.
Yes, that's drying.
It's very drying.
Yes.
So you know we don't want that at all. So you stay away from ingredients like that. And then you come down again, you keep narrowing it down again, and then we landed with batana oil and Jamaican black castor oil. So 2 great ingredients. But other than just identifying them from a marketing point of view, we also work with scientists and our chemists to make sure that those ingredients will deliver on the moisture and hydration that we absolutely need. And they also work together. So it's not a matter of just picking ingredients that you just want.
Yes.
They have to also work together to deliver the final result that we want.
So you'll say, so for example, for Ultra Moisture, you were like, right, I really want it to include batana and Jamaican castor, but then you have to get the green light from the actual scientists.
Yes, so the scientists would then go into their labs, mix them up.
I want to go to the lab.
Oh, it's amazing. Go to the lab, mix them together, make sure that they actually work together, and then they deliver the ultra moisture that we need. So it's not just me saying these two work together. The scientists and the chemists have worked together to formulate it to make sure that it delivers.
So for the next range, can we all come to the lab?
I can make that work. Come with me to
New York. We're going to the lab with Cantu. So it really starts with, again, listening to the community. What are their pain points? Then looking and identifying the solutions for that. And that, yes, I find that fascinating that you can, it's just, I mean, obviously that's what product development is, and it's what you do at Cantu, but I do find it fascinating. Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
You know I love a quick fire, so Cynthia, this wasn't in the schedule, but here we go. What does wash day look like for you?
Because I'm in a protective style right now, I washed with weightless. So the shampoo, then I conditioned it, and then I put in the gel to give it that definition with the curls. And then I finished off with a curl cream, and I finished for the shine, I did it with a gloss.
What is the one Cantu product you just cannot live without? No matter where you are, what you're doing, it's always with you.
Divine and Shine Custard, that's my go-to product because it will work for anything. And
the one we've all been struggling with.
I've perfected the art of making sure that it makes my curls look amazing.
Love that. Must know styling tips for our community.
If you're going to use heat on your hair, make sure you use a heat protectant. because you don't want to damage your hair. If you're doing like a curly girl, you're leaving your curls out to shine, use a Define and Shine custard or a curl cream. Those are the two perfect things that you need to
I'm getting the vibe that you like the custard.
Oh yeah, I do love it. It's my favorite product.
Moving a little bit away from hair, but I always ask this question, a red or a nude lip?
Oh, I love a red lipstick.
Oh, girl after my own heart.
Yes,
Okay.
it makes my eyes pop.
Hey, there we go. As we sadly come to an end, you know, for the ladies who have been, you know, loyal to Cantu, like my mum, for, you know, beyond 20 years, what would you want them to know about the Cantu brand in terms of what's next, how you're evolving, you know, what is next for Cantu? What would you like to tell all of us?
So Cantu is evolving, and we are listening, trying to listen to all the feedback, and we're incorporating all of that into our innovation, because we are bringing products that are perfect for you and thinking about your hair needs, and that is at the center of everything that we do. So as we evolve with the brand, I'm very hopeful that you'll carry on evolving with us for the next 20 plus years.
Amazing. Well, thank you for today, Cynthia. It's been so enjoyable, eye-opening, and we'll definitely be back.
Thank you so much for coming to our office.